All right, guys. So the next topic is on the external, macro, and operating and internal factors that affect the establishment of a customer base and the brand identity. Okay. So a lot of this isn't exactly going to be new information to you, but it's just how it's going to actually be applied that will show you a different perspective, I suppose. All right. So within the operating environment, so this is the environment, just as a little recap, that is immediately external to the business, with which the business works within but has little control over. Okay. So the operating stakeholders, so remember, stakeholders are anyone that has a vested interest in the business. Okay. Vested interest meaning that they want to see the business succeed, or they want to know what the business is doing in order to make sure that they are remaining competitive. So your first one is customers. So customers obviously are a really important one, because without them, what's the point in operating a business? Yeah. So the customers for this is the marketing strategy where the focus is on the customer and their needs and preferences. Okay. So they generate the majority of revenue. We already knew that. Yeah. They focus on fulfilling needs of customers when developing marketing strategies. And a business must also make considerations on customers' needs and preferences and customer experience, which we already know, okay? Without considering what the needs of our customers are, we could just be creating products without having any real informed knowledge about what they actually want and need, all right? So in this table, it shows you the effect of customers on a business customer base and on the brand identity. Okay, so our customers' needs and preference, the effect on the customer base is that marketing strategies need to communicate how products fulfill customer needs and how they can help business establish and expand its customer base. Where on the other hand, the needs and preferences on customers affect brand identity, because marketing strategies that are customer focused are more likely to reach the target market and improve their perception of the products the business actually offers. Okay. And their customer experience, customers are likely to continue purchasing for a business that treats them well and values their time and money. And businesses that are honest and treat customers well can improve customers' perception of the business. Okay. So when we're looking at this, we are looking at it from both the customer perspective, okay, and the business perspective. All right. In terms of the external, the macro, continuing with the operating environment, we've also got suppliers and competitors. Okay, we've just recently looked in detail at suppliers. So this should be relatively logical and easy to piece together for you. So suppliers obviously have a vested interest in the success of a business, because if people aren't purchasing the supplier's products, then it has a domino effect. Okay. The marketing strategy of a supplier will influence the way the retailer markets the products. The resale of products also may mean that suppliers will want some control over the marketing of their products. Okay, so this is the case of if a supplier is supplying a ready-to-sell product to a retailer and they're wanting to resell it on. And then choosing suppliers is also important to ensure the materials being delivered are of a high quality in a timely manner, and that can also then result in improved customer satisfaction levels and business reputation. Okay. Competitors obviously have a little bit of a different perspective, but being aware of marketing strategies used by competitors to ensure that their marketing plan is more effective in order to meet those business objectives that we looked at in that last PowerPoint. All right. Businesses should attempt to differentiate their marketing strategy from competitors by introducing one that generates more customer value. Okay. Again, we are pretty much looking at it specifically based on customers and sales. Okay. If the customers aren't happy, then we need to reevaluate. The business needs to take advantage of competitors leaving the market or failing to meet customer needs by introducing strategies that is going to bring those customers over to their business. All right. So an example of this could be when Hungry Jack's brought out a vegan burger that brought over an enormous amount of customers that were either wanting to try a vegan burger or the vegans themselves, because there were no other fast food restaurants that were meeting that need. All right, and then you've got your macro environment. So the factors that impact on a business but are outside of the control of anyone in the business. All right. So economic, we already know this. Strong economic growth is beneficial to the business, as it means employment levels are high, which indicates levels of disposable income are going to be increased, meaning that people have more money to actually purchase products, which can then obviously result in meeting those business objectives of increased sale and increased profit. A successful marketing strategy is going to really focus on the level of consumer confidence, okay? Meaning that if consumers are really confident within the products, they are going to be more likely to purchase it. All right. Legal, you've got your CCA has made certain marketing practices illegal, and therefore marketing needs to be ethical and socially responsible. All right. This, again, we already looked at in that last one, okay? So in the trade practice legislation, we looked at the Consumers and Competitors Act, making sure that the marketing is actually accurate, okay? There's no false advertising going on. And then you've also got your technology and your societal trends, attitudes. So technology, making use of technology to promote business through websites or apps, social media. Yeah, I think pretty much all of you looked at somehow incorporating online into your business in that internal environment SAC. So making sure we are being super aware of how important technology is now. All right. Technology and operations to improve customer experience. So just thinking about self-serve checkouts. Yeah, majority of supermarkets now are trying to put self-serve checkouts in. It is cheaper for them in terms of employee wages, but it also makes the process quicker because people are actually doing it themselves. All right. If a business doesn't update their technology, it can lead to outdated products, which can then result in customers not wanting to return, because often it's going to mean that competitors are actually meeting that need. All right. Now you've got your social. So tapping into social trends or fashions can be powerful in a marketing plan. Okay, so knowing what customers' habits are, what their normal attitudes are their attitudes changing? Okay, so be aware of your demographics and the social issues that potential customers are going to be passionate about. So again, if we're thinking about supermarkets, the easiest societal attitude to link to is going to be that move to recyclable or reusable bags. Okay, that was definitely a social attitude that caused that change. All right. Okay, and then finally, we have our internal environment. So internal environment consists of factors within a business which a business actually has control over. Yeah. So in terms of how it's actually going to impact on different elements of a customer base. So owners and managers, skills to develop a customer profile or hire a marketing manager. The manager needs to have the ability to create customer profiles, target marketing practices to suit the specific needs of the customer base, or rely on the skills of marketing experts. Develop and improve brand identity, and adapt and lead marketing strategies to respond to change within the business environment. Okay. And then you have your employees and your culture and policies. This means that obviously the employees are one of the biggest factors within the internal environment. So details of the marketing strategy need to be instilled, but there is consistency in how customers need to be treated. Yeah, so those of you that have a part-time job, you need to know customers are always right. Yeah, that's something that is drilled into employees from pretty much the get-go. So good customer service can obviously enhance a business's brand identity and expand its customer base, while poor customer service can negatively affect how customers perceive the business. And then on the other hand, you've got culture and policies. So beliefs, values, and expectations is going to form how a business operates. All right. Corporate culture is the shared values, beliefs, and behaviors upheld by managers and employees within a business. Just remember, most of the time, this is going to be shaped by what the business's policies actually are. All right. So if we think back to the last outcome, it forms the business routines of employees. All right. So a business should aim to develop workforce that considers customer needs and preferences, embrace feedback, and promotes positive customer experiences. Business that has customer-focused values will likely have a strong customer base and enhance its brand identity. So remember, we're wanting to create really positive customer experiences and create positive relationships with those customers, because it is going to encourage them to come back in the long run.